Boom! What's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Perfect Bag. My name's Clint, and today we've got a bag comparison. Well, I'm excited about this one because this is when folks come up and ask me, and you can imagine a lot of folks come up and ask me, what's a great backpack value that's easy to get and on the market all the time? Something, $100 or less, because there are quite a few bags on this channel that we feature that are, $300 bags, $400 bags, even I've got a $1,000 bag review on this channel. So what is a bag that is readily available and pretty cheap? Well, have I got news for you? Here it is. This bag is the Rush 12 from 511. And this is in a new limited edition colorway, which I hope is the, start of things to come for 511 as they, bring in a couple of things to their lineup that aren't necessarily just OD green and coyote brown and multicam black and black. So they've had some colorways in the past that aren't quite that. They've had kangaroo and double tap. Double tap is probably the most interesting to me because it's gray and black with different accents, but you can see this one, which is a CrossFit partnership of all things. You can see this one, which when you think about it, probably is the extension that makes the most sense for 511 to start looking at CrossFit and rucking as a potential market source, and even kind of tapping into Wolfpack and what Wolfpack does and starting to eat away a little bit at the gym market, the general gym bag market. This bag is, you can get it for about $75, $79 during sales. And don't kid yourself, it ain't just Black Friday. And I'm filming this video a week before Black Friday. There's a Black Friday sale going on right now. This thing is on sale, but it will be on sale again. Now, this particular version probably won't be. They'll probably sell through these, but they've signaled now. They've signaled the willingness to play with color and to do limited runs. I'm going to show you in this video, I said it was a comparison. I'm going to show you in this video the Rush 12 versus the Rush 24, which is the larger version of the bag. And in doing so, we're going to take a look at which one should you buy for your need, okay? That's pretty important. So let's start out. Let me get them both up here on the table. I got unique versions of both to show you today. This is the Rush 12 in this kind of sunburst colorway. And this right here is the Rush 24, and it is in a waxed Cordura. That's right, not a waxed canvas, a waxed nylon colorway. You can see it looks pretty dang good. Both of these colorways are departures for 511, and I like them both better than the average colorway from 511. I think they both look just flat out better. So take in the size difference really quick. There you go. You can see there is a pretty significant size difference, but it's not like the 24 is double the size of the 12, which the naming convention might lead you to believe. Because usually when you see numbers on bags, we're talking about liters. So you might think that the Rush 12 is a 12-liter bag and the Rush 24 is a 24-liter bag. Not the case with 511. Why 511? Why? Stop. Bad. No. If I had a squirt bottle, I would squirt you right now. No. 511. Please. The naming of the Rush series has got to dovetail into the industry naming standards, I think. Like the Moab 6, 8, I think those are actual liters, I think. But the Rush series is named after days or hours in the day. Not days, hours in the day. This bag is intended to get you 12 hours, which is also silly because This bag can get you much more than 12 hours. This bag is designed to get you 24 hours in the wilderness. This bag can get you 3 or 4 days on a trip. What gives? Stop it, 511. Give us the leaders. Give us the leaders. We promise to still buy the Rush series if this was, as an example, the Rush 24 and this was the Rush 28. We would still buy this crap. And it's not crap. This is, for my money, the best cheap bag on the market in terms of durability and how long it's going to last you. It will, frankly, last you forever. It's really well built because it's really simple. There's not a lot that can go wrong with this bag. Yeah, it's just really well done for the price that it's at. And again, don't buy it full price. Just buy it on sale. And if you can't wait, absolutely can't wait, then you'll end up paying 15 or 20 bucks more. It's not the end of the world. So, and be sure to check not only 511, I'm going to put 511 links in the video description, but you should also check Amazon because sometimes the sales linger on Amazon. Sometimes there's like a little one-time coupon you can click. So just always double check. Even when I give you links, I appreciate you all clicking the links. It helps the channel. But shop around. Get your best price. Always get your best price. Period. All right. Let's take a look at the outside of this bag, and then we'll go into camera number 2 and do some size comparisons. And I brought the measuring tape so we can really do real life dimensions on the bags in front of me on the table, and you can get kind of what is going on here. Okay, so exterior of this bag you have on, and just assume that the same is like, it's literally the same bag but bigger. So everything I say about this bag, multiply it times like 1.25 and you get this bag, okay? So right here, front pocket, you've got a whole bunch of attachment points. This Molly webbing goes all over the front of the bag. You have a 3x3 hook and loop attachment point right here. Boom. And there is a little slip back here, so you could actually run a flashlight or pins or something behind that as well. We'll talk about the pockets here in a second. On the sides of the bag, you also have more attachment points and compression straps, okay? Which always are just the most annoying damn thing in the world to me. I can't think of a single time where I've said, you know what? I need to compress my backpack. Only when it's empty and I'm packing it, in which case it's empty and I'm packing it and I don't need compression straps. So I just don't know. The only scenario in which I've really found a lot of use for compression straps is when they're above a bottle pocket and I can run like a tripod or a hiking pole or a large bottle through them and strap it down with the compression strap. In which case it's not really a compression strap, it's a tie down. I don't know. Up top, good handle. This is my favorite style of handle in the whole industry. It is just nylon, craftily folded, and bar tack the hell out of it and tie it down, tie it down, tie it down. We'll talk pockets in a second. I've been wanting to talk pockets. This harness is very comfortable. You've got no issues. And the back panel itself, and there is a device pocket in this back panel, / armor pocket / whatever you want to put in it pocket. It's a decent back panel. Let me unclip the sternum strap here, which, yes, there's a Duraflex sternum strap, which is the best kind of sternum strap. But you can see back here, it's just okay. It's padded, yes, but not, like, the air channel is not anything to write home about. It's, I would say, squarely, just okay. Anything else on the exterior? You got color match zipper pulls in this sunburst blue. Sunburst is the orange, I guess, in this ocean blue. Yeah, and then I think the colorway we've talked about, you've got hook and loop up here, and we'll talk pockets in a second, but I do want to show you this one pocket, which is my favorite pocket on the entire bag. Let me show you. Yep, this pocket down here, totally baller. And it's hook and loop lined at the bottom. It's designed for, you guessed it, a holster. Pew pew. I use it for a gimbal because I don't carry. Because, yeah. And no judgment on those of you who do. Whatever. I don't. But this is a fun pocket to access, man. You just rip this thing open. You could put all kinds of useful things in here. You could use it as a phone pocket if you wanted to. But I use it to carry my gimbal for recording virtual walks on my other channel, The Perfect Walk. And do you have it on this bag? Yep. Just 1.5 times larger. Did I say 1.25 before? Whatever, somewhere in there. All right, I think it's time. Y'all, I hope you're really enjoying these bags. By the way, I do have full breakdowns of each of these bags with different colorways if you want to see those on the channel. But for now, let's get into camera number 2. Let's do a little size comparison and let me show you the interior pocketing. You're not going to get the 2 and 2 things I love about this bag and 2 things that could be better, but I am going to kind of weave in my things that could be better and some of my appreciation for this bag, like I did with this pocket. Spoiler alert, love it. Let's go to camera number 2. Here we are in camera 2. Bag 1. Bag 2. All right, wow, look at how that color pops. Good God, 511, what have you been doing for the last X number of years? Like, come on. Okay, let's talk about this thing. First, dimensions. 19, this is the Rush 24, 19 by about, when fully packed out, about 13 and a half, 19 by 13 and a half. And then the thickness is where a lot of dimension comes in here. 19 by 13 by 8 and a half. On this bag, 18 by 12 by 7 and a half. So you're getting like 1.5 inches-ish all around the bag. And that is producing more volume. Okay, that's how volume works. Do the math, kids. All right, inside this front pocket on both bags, you can see a setup. And this setup on both bags has 2 pockets on the front, 2 pockets in here, slip pockets. This one has Velcro strap downs. This one does not. You have a key loop, a slip pocket, a zip pocket, a zip pocket. This one has just these 2 additional pockets right here. 2 additional strap downs right here. That's the major difference. Up top here, you have 2 pin holders right here. You have 2 pin holders. So top to bottom, zip, slip, pin holder, and multi-tool holder, and then pocket. Same exact layout. So don't worry that you're going to be cheated by getting the smaller bag. You're not. And the only feature that's extra in this bag is, well, this just little zip or Velcro flap. Okay. And then up top, what do we have? Up top, it is a little different. Up top in the Rush 24, you've got this kind of flap pocket that opens like this. And then inside, you have a mesh zipper pocket and a slip pocket that is soft lined right here, soft lined. Now, will it fit glasses? Yes, it will, because this pocket actually goes a little bit further, goes down to here, not to the zip. So this is a good sunglasses pocket up top here. Inside here, what do we have? Same exact thing. Little zip pocket and a little dip pocket that is soft lined. So that's really nice on this Rush 24. What do we have on the Rush 12? Well, we open this up and we got a pocket. That's it, 1 pocket. So this is the first major difference between these 2 bags. The much better utility of this top pocket system on the Rush 24. It's just better. It is. It's just better. All right. So take a look inside this pocket that I love so much. And you can see the hook and loop down at the bottom. That's where you can Velcro in accessories, or you can just, you know, toss stuff like your video game system or your Kindle. Yeah, it's a good pocket. I really, really enjoy that pocket. It is a very good feature. All right, the next thing that we're going to look at is on the back. You can see here on both these bags, we have Duraflex color matched. We also have webbing and attachment points. The strap or the harness system itself, these straps are both releasable by more Duraflex buckles, quick release. And you've got the same air channel system. This one has a little bit of color blocking on it as well. There's a little bit of padding, You are, over long times and distances, going to get a little bit of the back sweats with this bag. That's just the way it is, baby. All right, now let's check out a hard to check out part of this bag, which is the device slash armor slash everything else pocket. What do we have in here? Well, we've got a frame sheet. Listen. Frame sheet. And then you could, if you wanted to, like I said, put a device back here. Fits just fine. And the frame sheet keeps the device from poking you in the back. Although, again, the frame sheet is not, as you can see, super comfortable. But it's not, hate to say this, it's not built for comfort, it's built for utility. This is like a old school Land Rover before it became a, you know, whatever Land Rover is now, like a luxury, do people say yuppie anymore? We'll say a luxury footballer vehicle. This is the old school Land Rover. Bench seats, metal, no air conditioning. This is built to do work, which is interesting when you start playing in this territory, because as you start playing in this territory, people are going to want some comfort features, some quality of life features that aren't in this bag. Up top on both these bags, you have a really nice soft line quick access pocket, which also could be a glasses pocket. This is probably a better glasses pocket. I like the other one. Or your AirPods or whatnots. So you can store your whatnots. This is, by the way, if you are thinking about this versus a GoRuck bag, this is a much better quick access pocket than the GoRuck quick access pocket. The GoRuck is very tight and hard to get into. This is very roomy and easy to get into, drops down into the bag as opposed to being pinned up against the top of the bag. Here it is in this version. Simple, wide opening, great quick access pocket. Here's that top handle. And you can see with this top handle, check this out. Hold on, let me grab another bag really quick. Here's a different version of this top handle. This one is from the Brown Buffalo. Check out the stitching and extra bar tacking and the extreme precision of this handle versus on this handle. Check out not stitched down, just kind of bar tacked there, stitched down here, bar tacked here, and then you can see just like the variation here in how much is like where it is beginning the sew, the distance between the strap here. It's just, if you'll excuse the pun, looks a little rushed versus the precision you see here that the factory did when building out this bag. Bar tack, bar tack, bar tack, bar tack, extra stitching, super precision here, always dead center, extra stitching here in an X pattern. You can't slip your finger through there. Yeah, this could be done better. Now, is it gonna fail you? No, probably not. At that point, probably not. The whole thing, I haven't ever had a 511 bag fail me in terms of like straps coming apart. They are built of pretty rough, long-lasting nylon, so I wouldn't worry about it, but it could be built better. I don't want to give the illusion that these are the best constructed bags in the world. They're not, but they're also built of really durable materials. There's not a lot of failure points with Cordura and Duraflex and Yeah, it's just not. Okay, all right. Let's get into the main compartment. Release the compression strap, because you do have to release the compression strap to get into the main compartment on these bags. We'll open it up, and what do we have? Well, this is the actual home of the laptop sleeve. This is that pocket from the top, quick access, falls down in. They could have, if they wanted to, sewn this down to the back pocket there instead of leaving it flappy. Based on location of this pocket, it would have been simple to do. And then run this over the top of it. But you do have a good laptop sleeve in here. Good, not great. It is suspended slightly, ever so slightly, off the bottom of the bag. And it does have pretty good padding. So good laptop sleeve. You'll fit a 15-inch device in the Rush 12 with no problem. In the front of the main compartment, you have two mesh pockets. They're good. You're not going to feel sad about the main compartment of this bag. Very utilitarian, works like you would expect it to work with no real issues. The rain flaps, by the way, on this bag, not anywhere as annoying as the rain flaps on a GoRuck bag. Again, if you're deciding between the two. This whole bag feels softer and easier to live with than a GoRuck bag. All right, what do we have in here? Well, remember, there were two pockets in here. In here, there's three. Mesh, mesh, and not mesh, nylon. So, and then on the back, you got the same thing. Pardon the Duraflex buckle noise. On the back, you got the same thing, the pocket that's dropped down in, and an even bigger laptop sleeve, because remember, pretty much the same bag, just one of them is bigger in every dimension. Now remember the main differences. This top pocket is a gigantic difference. You get one more pocket on the interior of this bag, and you get Velcro tie downs on the interior of the front pocket. Those are the main differences. Now, which should you buy? Well, I like both. They're both good bargains, but honestly, this one isn't so much bigger that it makes me question, like, is it too big to carry? Like, if you're going to carry this one, it's already a big bag. Why not just get the one that's slightly bigger? And then you can use it as a travel bag too, because Rush 24 is nonsense. This thing actually does function incredibly well as a travel bag. You can fit easily 4 packing cubes into this bag and utilize the front storage and have plenty of extra spots to hide away items. An excellent travel bag, the Rush 24. What do you think about the waxed nylon? I think I love this colorway. Now, let's do a little up close here. Can you tell that it's waxed? Can you see the difference between the two? This one is a little shinier. This one is a little duller. They're billing it as like heritage. I don't know that it's heritage. Heritage implies that it's going to be around like for your kids, like it's that well built. But heritage is thrown around these days, I think, like we just didn't make this out of a synthetic fabric, but we did make this out of a synthetic fabric. So it's not leather. It's not wax canvas. I don't know. I don't think it's heritage, but I do think it's very nice looking. It is a little bit more GoRuck. This one is a little bit more Wolfpack, but they're both good bags. And so again, if you can get them on sale, which you can, don't pay full price. You can get them on sale. Great bags, will last forever, and you can feel comfortable doing literally anything with them. Literally anything. You can use it as a camping bag, as a hiking bag, as a bug out bag. You can, use it in your truck to put a whole bunch of dirty, greasy things. Like it, it's a really fantastic bag. Now, if somebody from 511 is listening, did I say GoRuck earlier? Ugh. If somebody from 511 is listening, if you really wanted to make an EDC version of this, there's one thing you have to fix. There's a couple of things you should fix. There's one thing you have to fix. The interior of these bags is just flat out dated. This used crappy non-ripstop 200D nylon and just sew some pockets. It's just not nice. Just not nice to use, not nice to interact with. Feels cheap. Feels cheap as heck. You can do better than that. There's so much better interior materials. I don't mind that you use the backing of the Cordura on the front. I don't mind that at all. Whatevs. But I do think it's kind of cheap feeling inside the interior of this bag. And that's the whole shtick, right? Is it's a value bag, but it's not cheap feeling. But I liken it to, you know, you get home with your really cool new Ford or Chevy that you bought, and you're sitting there, and the whole interior is made out of plastic. And sure, there's some nice bits, but you just don't feel like you're sitting in an expensive car. And it just would take a little bit more effort and a little bit more materials cost to do the interior right on these bags. Okay, that's enough. The Rush series from 511. Dang. Pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. I'm a fan. What do you all think? Have you owned one of these bags? I know a lot of you have. What is your overall impression? What was your user experience with these bags? If you have any questions about the bags, please let me know in the comments. I wanted to thank you all for the love and support. I hope this is a very useful review for those considering the Rush 12 or Rush 24 from 511. Thank you, as always, for the love and support. We will see you next time. Oh yeah, time for me to wear the bags.